Well, hello, 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 you all here with inside of our community of purposeful creatives. It is Latanya Washington. And first of all, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. I hope you had the opportunity to get into church service, whether you were there physically or if you had the chance to watch service online. At the end of the day, you got it in. And I am hopeful that you were able to take it all in, absorb it, and able to chew on it for the rest of the week. But I'm stopping in today because I'm hearing so much chatter happening with the older generation, the younger generation, especially with me being a professor at the college. I'm hearing some of the same things when it comes to how do I step out? What do I do? And so I made a comment and I was just thinking about some things here. First of all, I want to encourage you. I want you all to know that God still has need of you, no matter if it is LAF, as I said, life after 50, you are yet a baby boomer. God still has need of you. Even when we're talking about the younger generation and they're dealing with so many things that are coming up with technology and trying to figure out, as well as developing their skills and learning things. Now, one thing that I've learned in the process, as my father always would say, just keep on living. And when I talk about the baby boomers, when I talk about Gen X, when we talk about Gen Y, the XYZ, all of them come with different cultures and different upbringings. And we're looking at all of these areas. And when I say that we all can work together, I'm telling you that we all can learn from one another and we yet and still can work together. Now, the thing is, we need one another, especially as we're stepping out and looking at what's going on within our world, what's happening within our communities, what's happening within our societies. When I'm looking at me, for instance, I am right on the cusp of the baby boomer and Gen X. All right. I was born in the 1960s. Now, here's the key. I have a certain mindset, but I also come with a different type of culture. And so when I look at things, I'm looking at things from a different perspective to the millennial, to the Gen XYZ. My whole mindset and my whole thinking is different. However, I'm still able to learn from the millennial. I'm still able to learn from them. I'll tell you this. I recently, in my last session with my students, I literally just learned about, and many of you all may not know or have heard of this, but it's called Chat GPT. I'm sitting in class and I'm saying, and we talk about some of everything, and they're telling me about this new software that has come out. Well, if you guys have not heard of it, I want you all to begin checking it out. But it is part of AI, of artificial intelligence. Now, let me share something with you all. You may want to run from it. You may want to hide behind a bushel from it. You may want to do all kinds of things and talk bad about it. But I'm here to tell you, there's nothing new under the sun. And if you were paying attention, you knew it was coming. We've watched movies on artificial intelligence way back in the 90s. You all, it is here. Artificial intelligence is here. But what I want you all to recognize is the fact, even though it is here and it continues to evolve, guess what? You still continue to evolve. As long as you have breath in your body, you can still be more than or better than what you were 5 years ago. And so I don't want you all to sit back and wonder, what am I going to do? Will my jobs be lost? Well, for some of you, it could be. But here's the key ingredient. Even though a position may be lost, that does not mean that you can gain from learning from AI. That means you can make yourself better and progress in a different area. Once again, God still has need of you. And so I want you all to begin to recognize and utilize your wisdom. Be the best at everything that you set yourself out to be. I literally after I went to service, I literally then went to the gym. Why did I go to the gym? Because I know for everything that I have to do in my life and for years to come, I have to make sure that my body is prepared, because we live in this body, but yet and still we operate with emotions. And so I know that in order for me to prepare myself for what it is that I have to do for the week, what I have to do for the next month, what I have to do for myself and my business in the upcoming years, I have to make sure I am mentally in order. I have to make sure that I take care of my body. And that means for me, I have to look at ways in which I can release the stress the best way and the things in which I know that I can do in order to do it. And so I want you all to realize, and I want you to recognize this. We're living in a world and we're living in a society where it's going to consistently evolve. We're here. We're here. So don't be afraid of what's coming, and do not be afraid of humble beginnings or your small beginnings, because listen, you have the opportunity to grow. You have the opportunity to gain. You have the opportunity to give out from your abundance. The key thing is, I don't want you to consistently procrastinate. I want you to throw procrastination out the door. I want you all to say, what is it that I need to do to make myself better? I told you all before, I do absolutely nothing without first thinking about strategy. What am I going after? And 2 weeks from now, what do I want to achieve? Then I go back and I look at strategically, what is it that I need to put in order and what is that I need to do? When I want to build relationships, no matter what it is, I have to say, I have to bring the total me in. I have to say, I have to be honest with myself. I have to walk into new relationships saying, I can't hold back. I cannot, because I am going to limit myself and limit the degree in which I can step into something new. That's the same thing when we talk about building relationships with customers. I always talk about helping the entrepreneur, helping the small business owner gain relevance and customer relations. But what I also want you to do is remember, you have to focus in on who you are connecting to, who you're going after. Another thing I want to say is this. If you ever find yourself as being the smartest one in the room, I want you all to start looking at connecting with people on different frequencies, different levels, because you want to be able to be somewhere where someone else can pour into you, just like you're able to pour into someone else. So this week, I want you to begin to evaluate, where am I? Am I the smartest one in this room? If that is the case, I want you all to start looking at, who else can I connect to? We have access to the internet. You have communities in which you can join. We have access to people around the world. I want you to start looking and evaluating, who is it that you need to connect with to make your life better? How can I improve from where I am? I'm talking about, when I say LAF, life after 50, look at yourself and say, hey, I am the new and improved. I still have more life to live. I still can do, and I can still connect. I can still help other people along the way. And take away life after 50. Look at it, life after 40. I don't care how old you are. Life after 20. There was a past. Now there is time for new beginnings. And so begin to look at it that way and begin to allow yourself to step out, allow yourself to evolve, and know that God still has need of you. It's your time. We're not sitting back and waiting. We're not sitting back and procrastinating. We're going to not allow this soulish nature of ours, our feelings, our emotions, our lack of, or lack thereof, to hold us back from stepping out and doing the things that we know that we can do and the things that we know that we want to do, our desires to be better, our desires to step out and do more. All right. And so that is what I wanted to say to you this Sunday. My prayer for you is that you do not procrastinate. Understand that God has need of you, and do know this, that you still have the ability to produce. You still have the ability to connect with others. You still have the ability to make money. I know we're hearing that the recession is on its way, but I want you to tell yourself, it will not touch my doorstep. I don't care what the world says. I don't care what we're hearing on the radio. You tell yourself the recession will not touch my door. It won't touch my family. It will not touch those that are connected to me. It will not touch my life. So this week, I want you to focus in on, how can I make myself better? Who do I need to connect with this week? And what is it that I need to do? And stop procrastinating. Do not allow your brain to say, oh, no, I don't know. It's okay. I'll wait till next week. Well, guess what? Next week is not promised. And there are people that are waiting on you. And you waiting for an entire week can cause you to miss something that was there for you today. All right. It's LaTanya. I did not want to come in here and preach today, but I felt it, and I felt that I needed to come in and say those things and allow you all to be encouraged that God still has need of you. You still have breath in your body. So that means you still have work to do. All right. That's it for me today, you guys. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.